Hey guys, Spider here for Destiny. This is the King's Fall raid. It released yesterday, September 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There you go. On the Dreadnaught Rings of Saturn. Okay, so we're going to take you through this step by step. This is the first area. We're going to run the light level or suggested light level. Yeah, 290. So it's going to be tough. And this is just normal mode. I'm assuming that hard mode might unlock once we complete it on normal, or they might hold it back a month or whatever so that we can beta test the the raid like we have in the past. Anyways, so let's get started. We're going to go to the first area. We did the first area, actually the first couple areas, I think, with only 5 players. You can probably get away with 4. Anything less than 4, you're going to have a little bit of trouble. But the first section is basically in the Court of Oryx. So let's go check it out. Alright, so we're getting in here towards the Court of Oryx, and you're going to notice that there are 2 pedestals that have relics. See the relics? There's one on the left, one on the right, and you have the statues. You know the statues, in order to activate the Court of Oryx, when you're basically patrolling on the Dreadnaught, you have to bring these relics to each statue, okay? So there are a total of 12 relics, basically 6 on each side. So we have left side, right side, and we have the 6 statues. So right there, there's where the first set of 2 relics go. You can't just do one and then the second one, okay? This is all timed. You have to do this very kind of quickly. You don't have a lot of time. If you die, then you get set back a little bit, or you take too long, you get set back a little bit, all right? So you got to coordinate 3 players per side. I'd say, you know, in a party of 6, you want 2 players to stay in the middle area, because you're going to get a whole bunch of spawns in here. You're going to get these barriers that you have to shoot down. You can melee while you're holding on to the relic. You can melee enemies. It's pretty tough to melee the walls. I don't think you can actually get through the walls, so you need people shooting for you. You can drop the relic. If you drop the relic, it goes back to the pedestal that it was on, where you got it from, okay? The relics aren't all in the same spot. What you got to do is you got to coordinate, though, with the other team. So I have one relic. I just went and placed it. This is our very first time through, but you have to place both relics at about the same time, all right? So it didn't work, right? I placed the one. We didn't have the second one, the second of the pair, to place on that statue at the same time. So we have to go back and grab them both, and then basically do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, place relic. Both players place it. And that's the first statue. So like I said, 6 statues, 2 relics each, for a total of 12 relics. Also note that the spawns of the relics do change. I mean, this one is kind of hanging in the air. We're obviously only going to show you the one side. I try to grab it, I got the wrong angle, so I end up dying, obviously. But yeah, the relics, sometimes they're sort of off in the air like that. You got to jump. I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to jump up onto here and then jump towards the bridge and grab it while I'm in the air, okay? Or I'm going to die first and then respawn and do it again, okay? So, again, separate out 2 players on the right-hand side, 1 player to grab the relic, 1 player to cover the person with the relic, and to be able to shoot through the barriers. See the barriers to get back into the Court of Oryx, so you have to be able to shoot through that. You can't just walk through it. Again, the guy that doesn't have the relic should be shooting that, okay? 2 guys in the middle, so that they're taking out a lot of the guys that end up spawning where the statues are. And to help with these barriers, I mean, they weren't in this instance, but they could. Again, we were just running with 5 players right at the start here. So we do have some spawns in the center area. So as long as 2 players are keeping the statue area cleared out, you got 2 players on the left, looking for the relics, 2 players on the right looking for the relics, 1 relic runner, and 1 guy just covering, killing the enemies, and getting you past the barriers, and then you just go 1 statue at a time. So again, the spawns, I mean, they're not that far away. You just look for them on each side, and we'll show you, I guess, 1 more set, or 1 more on my side, which is, if you're looking facing the statues, I guess I'm on the right-hand side. Okay, so we're basically on the last pair of relics. We got Psycho going over there to grab the last one. Now, if you do end up taking too long on one of them, you get set back by 1 relic, okay? So this is our last relic. If we failed to get it into the statues and place on the statues in time, then we would have to do number 5 again, and then this last one, okay? So it doesn't completely reset. You just get set back by 1 relic. So just make sure that you guys, once you place it, you're going back over, you're finding them quickly, and you're bringing them back in the center. If somebody dies, you're probably going to not have enough time to complete that set, and you're probably going to get set back, all right? So this is the last one. Again, running 5 players. We didn't have everything cleared out in the middle, but running 6, you should be able to do this no problem. It's not that difficult. And we'll see once these guys slide in there. Again, remember, you can melee the enemies. I mean, you don't do a huge amount of damage, but it's better than nothing. We're going to get, I think, Hyper and Psycho are going to place the last relics in the statues, and that enables the portal at the Court of Oryx. There you go. So we're going to have a few guys come through that portal. Just got to take them out. Not too big a deal. Not anywhere close to the 3rd level of the Court of Oryx. Man, I was playing that a little bit last night. That is insane. Anyways, take these guys out, and then you go through the portal. There is a chest. There is a single chest that we're going to see once we jump through. Here we go. YOLO, as they say. And victory! All right, so we're in kind of a new area, and we have this chest down here. So let's go check it out. And there we go. The Moldering Shard. Now, the interesting thing about the Moldering Shard is that in its description, it says if you have 20 or more of the Moldering Shards when you complete or when you defeat Oryx, then that is going to increase the drop rate, his drop rate. So, yeah, it's a good idea to have a lot of these and hold on to them. I think once you get one, I'm not sure how it unlocks with Eris, but if you go back to the tower, and I'm just going to look on this thing right here. There it is, the Moldering Shard. If you go back to the tower, Eris actually sells them. I think you have to be level 5 with Crota's Bane. I'm not sure, but she does definitely sell them. Yeah, it's a little bit pricey. It's the Hadium. I think it's the Hadium shards. You have to have like 15 Hadium shards to buy one. Yeah, it's a little crazy. Anyways, that's it. That's the first section for the King's Fall raid. We'll have more for you soon, guys, for the next few sections and the completion eventually. All right? Spider out!